Do we actually have to always lie to ourselves? We should stop lying to ourselves and start telling ourselves the truth. Listen, that's something I want to tell you guys out there. There's a difference between being rich and being poor. And all the time I've been speaking about this whole same shit, and then a lot of people out there be thinking like, oh, you'll be bragging a lot, but that's not what it is about. It's an inspiration I want to talk to you about right now. Listen, in the department of being rich, it's either you're rich or you behold the rich attitude. That's the two things involved in being rich. And then in the department of being poor, there's something I want to tell you guys. Being poor is you not having the stacks in your pocket. And being poor is when your mentality is off the yak. Listen, you want to change the perception of your life. You want to change a whole lot of stuff about your life. You want to change the way you live. You want to change the way you earn. You want to change the way you dress. You want to change your circle of friends. You want to change your kind of business. You want to change a whole lot about your life. But can I tell you why this shit ain't gonna change? Because you're still maintaining the same mentality. You need to behold a different mentality. If you want to be rich, you need to behold the mentality of the rich. You need to start acting rich. It's not about the fact that you had none in your pocket. No, that's not the point. You need to start living it. You can't be what you're not living already. Napoleon Hill had a word. He said, whatever the heart of a man can conceive and believe he can achieve. It means it has to come from the inside. Stop thinking about how other people are doing it. Stop figuring out how they got to do it. Stop picking up issues about how they fucking did it. Discover yourself by changing your mentality. Discover yourself by changing your perception about life. Discover yourself by changing your views about life. Discover yourself by telling yourself right now, this is what I need and this is what I want. You ain't having money in your bank account doesn't mean you should be poor. You ain't having money in your bank account doesn't mean you're poor. It's about the attitude. If you ain't beholding the rich attitude, trust me, riches ain't gonna come. You need to start eating rich. You need to start living rich. You need to start going to your closet and start putting shit right. You need to start redesigning your house. You need to start changing your closet. You need to start changing your formulas. You need to change a whole lot about yourself, and that comes with a different mentality. Don't you understand? It's a narrow road. We need a whole lot of different mentality to get there. Everybody want to be rich, but yet some people get rich by the mouth, and then the others get rich by actions. And then when the poor people see the rich people talk about being rich, they say you brag a lot. They say you boasting a lot. This ain't about cloud chasing. This is a real fact. I want you to take the truth right now to Chin. I want you to put that shit into consideration. I want you to think about it. You need to behold the rich attitude. You need to behold that rich mentality. If anything is going to change about your life, it has to begin with your mentality. You understand that? You can't be rich without beholding the rich attitude. Listen, I want to stretch this further into the Bible section. There's what we call grace. There's what we call the power of grace. The power of grace is the reason as to why a journey of 1,000 miles, you achieve them in one. The power of grace is you being elevated to a level where you did not even believe. The power of grace is you maintaining a position that a lot of people have spent 50 years trying to gain, but they ain't getting it. And listen up. Grace comes to those who understand it. Grace goes to those who can behold it. Grace goes to those who can perceive it. Because even grace expires. You need to pick up the pieces of your life together and start changing your mentality. As long as your mentality still remain the same, you go still remain the same. You ain't going to change. Nah, you ain't going to change. It's about your mentality. It's about your perception. It's about your views. It's about your vision. Don't blame people for how they did it. Don't gossip people for how they did it. Don't speak ill about people who made it. Start figuring out yourself. You've been long time celebrating a lot of people. Right now, you tell yourself that a lot of people too go and celebrate your ass. That begins with you changing your perception about your mentality. That begins with you understanding the fact that one is a necessity and the other one is a commodity. What is your problem? My status, my life status is my need. It becomes a necessity. For the Bible says, I refuse to be poor. It said, above all, let all men be prosperous. He said, I'm going to bless you according to my riches in glory. Listen up, your God is not a poor God. I don't understand what situation you're going through. Listen, you're not the only one going through that situation out there. A lot of people are going about a lot. But I'm going to tell you one thing for true. No matter how they pull you down, you tell them no. No matter how the situation is going to pull my ass down, I'm going to tell that situation I got a different mentality. That's what Captain Jack Sparrow said. That the problem is not the problem, it's your attitude about the problem. What is your attitude? You want to move from point A to point B, then you still maintain the damn sick attitude? You need to change a whole lot right now. I got inspiration from other people. I read about people. I got inspired. Sometimes I tell myself where I go wrong. Sometimes I give credit to myself where I do shit right. And I'm talking to you. I don't want you to look about me. I just want you to look about what I'm telling you right now. It's about your mentality. It's about your attitude. If you want to be rich, you go and behold that rich attitude. Without that attitude, you can't be rich. Trust me, nah, you can't be rich. You need to wake up. You don't need time to talk about how they made it. But what you need right now is how you figure out how you make it. This is your homeboy Green. Change your mentality.